as Universal Studios is preparing to open its doors to its $7.7 billion theme park in Florida in the form of Epic Universe to the public, the first theme park to open in that region of the United States in over 26 years. Parent company Comcast has decided that Epic is not enough. Let's talk about the official announcement of Universal Studios United Kingdom here on That Park Place. We have to talk about the biggest story in theme park news outside of Epic Universe, which is insane, but coming from the same company. It is the one, the only Universal Studios United Kingdom has just been officially announced and promises a plethora of attractions, which we'll speculate and get into in just a moment here. This is by Marvin Montanero, April 8th. I remember Theme Park Wizard calling me immediately, just frantically, like, hey, it just dropped. Hollywood Reporter has it. And yes, indeed, whether you believe us, Hollywood Reporter, or I don't know, some website in the UK, trust me, folks, it is happening. In a game-changing move for the UK and global tourism as a whole, Universal Studios has officially announced that plans to build its first-ever European resort in Bedfordshire, England. The ambitious 473-acre development, located just an hour north of London, is scheduled to open by 2031 and promises to redefine the theme park experiences across the continent. This marks a rare moment in theme park history. Universal is stepping into a major market with zero direct Disney competition. While Disney has a stronghold in Paris with Disneyland Paris, it has no presence in the UK, giving Universal an open runway to capture a massive untapped tourism demographic with full control of the cinematic IP-based theme park experience. Marvin, you've got to be, are you excited? You got to be hugely excited. Come on.
Look, Universal has had nothing but good news lately, man. They are on top of it. And the folks in the UK should be super, super psyched about this because this is going to be a game changer for them especially as far as tourism goes. An hour north of London, you're going to have a massive Universal theme park, the first Universal theme park to ever open with no direct Disney competition. It's an open market for Universal over there. And here's the thing, I was kind by saying they have a stronghold on Paris with Disneyland Paris, but nobody likes or goes to Disneyland Paris. So, it's like, Euro Itchy and Scratchy Land. My children need wine. But this is going to be massive, immersive. If Epic Universe is anything to go by, they're going to pull out all the stops.
We have the Prime Minister of the UK shaking hands with, I believe, Universal executives. Mistaken?
Wow, Starmer's a tiny little guy.
He is. He's a
teensy tiny little guy. Oh, he's so cute. Look at the little guy.
It's so precious. A new Universal theme park has come to the UK.
It's the little mustache. Just the little mustache. The little brown hair uniform. Anyway.
Oh boy, we are going to be so canceled in the UK now. Thanks, culture. Thanks. No, joking.
You're welcome.
He is very tiny, and that was very funny. We have closed the deal on a multi-billion-pound investment that will make Bedford home to one of Europe's biggest theme parks, creating 28,000 jobs, boosting our economy, and driving local and national growth. You can see right here. Hey, look, there's Timer right there. Taking a look at that model right there, and he's just all kinds of excited, right? It's gonna be awesome. Now, a lot of people were looking at this model and coming up with their theories on what exactly might be featured in there. We're going to be doing the same thing in just a moment. Mark Woodbury here, the head of Universal Destinations and Experiences, quote, bringing a world-class theme park and resort to the United Kingdom is a tremendous opportunity and is part of our strategy to introduce the Universal brand and experiences to new audiences around the globe. You can see right here, this is the kind of release that they released in the country. But I want to get immediately to what we're thinking is going to be in this park. So this is the highest quality of the concept rendering that I could find out there. I'm sure there might be even higher quality images than this. I'm not sure, but this is pretty detailed, and you can see you got a lot going on in these various realms here. A lot of people have been speculating on whether or not Lord of the Rings will be featured here, maybe James Bond and so forth. And from what we could tell, it looks like Bond is a go in that kind of northern quadrant right there with that kind of water world amphitheater. Jurassic World looks to be on the list for sure. You can tell that by the assemblage of these structures right here for sure. But everything else is a little bit of an open question outside of, you can see right there, Hill Valley. Are they doing Back to the Future? It appears they are. This is hugely exciting. Everyone, your thoughts?
I mean, getting Back to the Future back in there is going to be huge. That will be a massive, massive thing for them, and it'll be great for. And how are we so sure that this is Back to the Future?
A couple of things. So if you look at the concept art very, very closely, you can see this is almost a perfect assemblage of Hill Valley. You can see the the courthouse. It's facing away from the camera, but a lot of people were speculating that this coaster,
future coaster,
going 88 miles per hour, maybe being struck by lightning at the top of that spike right there, and then
that's interesting. Okay, very cool. I like it. I like it. I like it. Now, originally, when they were talking about this, there were a lot of rumors that Wicked was going to be involved in some way, but we're also hearing about Fast and the Furious, and they didn't have that on that map. So, I mean, I've heard Fast and the Furious, Shrek, and I forget the other one I listed in the article, but there were a couple that were being surmised. But yeah, Illumination, I think, would be. I mean, you have to have a Minions presence there.
Yeah,
Paddington, but I can't imagine that they are going to make a Universal theme park in the United Kingdom that doesn't have Harry Potter.
That was the one that was most surprising to everybody, because by just examining the architecture featured here, and again, folks, this could change big league in the next 2 years. But just examining the architecture, we could not find Harry Potter featured almost at all, which was surprising. And also Lord of the Rings not being included here was a little bit disappointing, at least in this preliminary art. Again, Marvin, you might have sources, and these things ebb and flow quite regularly. A lot of people were actually remarking how closely this specific concept art was to the model for the Dubai park back in the day. And you can see kind of right here the similarities between these two projects. So perhaps they use this as a platform and then built off of it. That's always a thing that they could have done. Culture, your thoughts?
I can almost guarantee you we'll have Harry Potter here. I think it's just like the oversight in a couple of other of their renderings where they left some things off. And Hill Valley could be a misdirect, who knows? But I feel like Illumination, Shrek, Jurassic, Jaws might be a misdirect as well, although it was really popular tram tour attraction with the folks from the UK. I am looking at the fact that they have an extraordinary amount of land, and they are doing their very own hub and spoke, layout as well. I think they've settled into how they want to go about doing that, and I have a feeling that. Go ahead.
I was just saying, it's almost laid out like Islands of Adventure.
Exactly. Yeah, I think this is kind of an IOA duplicate, which is why I think if you overlay, can you overlay the names again of what things are?
Yes.
Could be.
One moment here. We'll go with Theme Park Wizards.
The question is, could this actually even have a tour like they used to have, a tram tour? I guess they still have it in Hollywood, but it could have a tram tour that would be some of this as well, which would be why we're not seeing Harry Potter or anything else. But my expectation is the area near Bond or the area behind Hill Valley, because again, this is a huge. I mean, it's not in terms of the U.S. theme parks, it's not huge, but this is a pretty big initial layout for this park. I have a strong feeling that perhaps you're going to get a couple of locations for Harry Potter. I cannot imagine them leaving them there. The only thing that would prevent them from that, I think, would be the not having the control of the rights in the UK for theme parks. That's a possibility. Or perhaps they haven't negotiated those with JJ.
Warner Bros.
Miss Rowling.
The negotiations for this could still be in progress. Like, Culture makes a great point here, and that would be why maybe some of these franchises, these bigger franchises that are expected to be part of this, might not be featured initially, and why Bond maybe takes on a Waterworld feel at first, and then obviously there's a bigger announcement.
Theme Park Wizard. Yeah.
Yep. WB may forbid Harry Potter because of attractions nearby. Remember, I think they have the touring Warner Brothers attraction where they have the sets and so forth. That could cause some issues. A year ago, I had rumors of no Harry Potter for this park for that reason. Again, I think that we're looking at.
I was gonna make that point as well, and then Theme Park Wizard brought me to it. I realized it after I stopped talking, that because of that attraction that they have there, it might be a Marvel kind of situation.
Yeah.
Where they can't have it in Orlando because it's already exists in Universal. So,
Right.
yeah.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.